Hello everyone, welcome to this video series on database management system. So in this video we are going to look at null values. So we are going to see what is a null value and how to work with null values in a DBMS. Okay, let's continue. So first of all, what is a null value? So null value represents something that is unknown or that is inapplicable. For example, let's say you are registering in a website and the website is asking you information and it is asking you to insert or to give your passport number. Okay, but unfortunately you don't have any passport now. Okay, so you will not have any passport number, so you will leave the field as empty and you will click submit, right? So what happens to DBMS when those values are inserted in the table? So then in the table a null value will be inserted. Okay, so that is a null value. So it is a value something which is unknown or inapplicable, right? Okay, so another example can be a mobile number. So you are a student and while registering on the university website it is asking your mobile number, and let's say you don't have a mobile, your personal mobile, so you will not give any number. So that is also an example of null value. Okay, now when you are working with null values in SQL queries, so what will happen? So first we are talking about comparison operators like equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, etc. Okay, so those comparison operators will always return null. Whenever the operand is null, it is also going to return null. Okay, and if you want to test in a table whether you have null values or not, or you want to return some rows based on whether a particular value is null or not, you can use the keywords is null as well as is not null. Okay, when the value is null, this is going to be true. The value is not null, this is going to be true. Okay, and one more thing is not operator. Okay, so not on null again returns null. So here you are seeing unknown, you can say this unknown is also null, like I have written here null value represents unknown. Okay, so not operator on null returns null. So let's see some demo on this. So here is my command line prompt for MySQL. So I am using the MySQL DBMS and I have a table called test which I have created. So let's see the output of this. So it has 4 rows, and here in the mobile column you have 2 null values. Okay, second row mobile is null, and for fourth row this employee's mobile number is also null. Okay, so let's apply some comparison operators like select star from text where mob equal to null. Okay, so what do you think you will get as result for this query? You might be thinking you will get this second row and fourth row, right? So let's see. Okay, you got an empty set. So why? Because as we have seen in the slide, it is null will again return null, so hence empty set. Okay, now let's see greater than. Let's say greater than some 100. Okay, so you got only row number 1 and row number 3. Okay, it has skipped this second row and fourth row because they are treated as null. Okay, now let's see the application of the keywords is null and is not null. So first I am going to give where mobile is null. I think it is obvious that you will get row number 2 and row number 4. Let's see. Okay, you got row number 2 and row number 4. Now similarly, if you give is not null, you will get the opposite of this, where you will see row number 1 and row number 3. Okay, right. Now let's see not operator also. So let me again give equal to not null, and you have to keep this entire thing in parenthesis. Okay, enter. Again you got empty set. Okay, right, fine. Now let's continue. Okay, yeah, right. So the other operators, so first one is OR operator. So all of you know that how this OR operator works, right? So if at least one of the operand is true, OR is going to return true. Only when both the operands are false, the OR operator is going to return false. Okay, so we will take this case. So if you see, the OR operator is going to return null when one of the operand is false and the other is null. Okay, so it is like this: false or null, it is going to return null. Again, either it is null or false, it is going to return null. Okay, these two cases are going to return null. In all other cases, it is true. Okay, and similarly we have another operator which is AND. Again, all of you know, only when both the operands are true, the AND operator is going to give you true. And there are other 3 cases, right? So let's see what happens in those 3 cases. So AND operator is going to return null when one operand is null and the other operand is either true or unknown. Okay, so in all those 3 cases, if one of the operand is unknown, the result is unknown or null. Okay, so you can try OR and AND operator on your own in the queries. I am not going to show, so you can do it. And next, we are coming to aggregate operators. So first aggregate operator is count star. Okay, so this is very important. Why I am saying important is count star considers or includes null values whenever it is going to return the count. It is not going to ignore that, it is going to take them into count. Okay, so I will show you. So I have created another table, or you can say view, which contains only one column, that is the mobile from the previous table, and you have 4 values here. So now if I apply select count star from test underscore view, you are going to get 4. Okay, just as I have told you, count star is going to consider the null values also. Now if you modify the previous query with only count of mobile column, you will get only 2. Why? Because this count aggregate function will skip the null values. Only the count star will continue. Count star only will consider null values. This count will skip the null value. So not only count, all other remaining aggregate operators will also discard null values. They won't consider null values. Okay. And the last case, if you apply any aggregate operator on a column which contains all null values, the value you are going to get is a null. Okay, so here in the example only 2 values are null, but if this first row and third row is also null, and if you apply any aggregate operator, either count, sum, max, min, etc., average, you are going to get null. Okay, so that's it about null values in DBMS. So in the next video, I am going to talk about complex integrity constraints. So like the video and subscribe to my channel for latest notifications. And if you have any doubts, you can comment. Thank you.